And Busch Light 30 racks, just $16.99 when you buy more than $6 in fresh meat. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
Bundle up, bring your crew, and make this winter one for the books with Bachfest at Beer House. Enjoy winter brews that will tangle with your taste buds, polka dancing, games like Hammerschlagen, Stein Stamina, and much more. Bach beer will be flowing, and sausages and pretzels will be available for purchase. Doors open at 11 a.m., and the party goes outside until 6 p.m. before moving inside. VIP tickets are $75, but just $5 gets you in the door. Buy your tickets today at beerhousene.com for this Saturday's Bachfest. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
93.7 The Ticket Sports News go now.
I'm Enrique Alvarez-Clary. Nebraska baseball finishes their weekend in Arizona with a 2-2 record as they come back to the frozen tundra of Lincoln. The Huskers dropped their final game to Grand Canyon University by a score of 3-1, despite a strong start from Jackson Brockett. Brockett got the no decision after going 6 innings, allowing 6 hits and 1 earned run while striking out 3. Drew Christo came in relief and allowed 2 runs in 1 1/3 innings, picking up the loss. Nebraska struck first with a run in the first inning on a Dylan Carey groundout that brought Caden Brumbaugh in to score. GCU then got a solo homer in the 5th and 2 runs off a double in the 8th to get the win. The Huskers will head back south, this time to Louisiana, for a 3-game set with the Ragin' Cajuns starting on Friday, February 21st. In the other stickball sport, Nebraska softball earned 2 conference honors, with Ava Cusack and Jordy Ball bringing home co-Big Ten Player of the Week and co-Big Ten Pitcher of the Week, respectively. Cusack hit .643 with 6 home runs in 5 games, as Nebraska went 5-0 at the Troy Cox Classic. Cusack homered in 4 of Nebraska's 5 games, including tying the Nebraska Big Ten record with 3 home runs as part of a 4-for-4 day against Montana in the final game of the tournament. Ball went 2-0 in her 2 appearances in the circle, both starts, tossing 10 shutout innings and allowing only 2 singles while striking out 13 batters. One of her starts, versus Montana, she tossed a no-hitter, her 4th of her college career and 1st in a Huskers uniform. Nebraska gets back on the dirt Thursday, February 20th, against number 24 Baylor at the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Both Huskers basketball teams will be in action this Wednesday. The men get more Sky Miles as they head to State College to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions at 5:30. That game can be seen on Big Ten Network. The women look to right the ship, having lost 3 of their last 4 contests with a home game versus the Oregon Ducks. That game is the annual Play for K Pink Game, promoting cancer awareness. You can watch that game at 7:30 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. And for all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time for Outside the Box with Lincoln Stars head coach Rocky Russo and Lincoln Stars broadcaster Joel Norman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Happy to have you with us here on this Tuesday night as we chat Lincoln Stars hockey. It is Outside the Box on 93.7 The Ticket with myself, Joel Norman, and the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo, here on we've been talking about the weather, who isn't right now, with what it's like. Rocky, we might be wearing shorts next Tuesday, the way things are going to rise, fortunately.
Yeah, we're going to go up roughly 70 degrees or so in the next 5 days. So that gives me shades of living in Amarillo. Mm-hmm. When I first moved there somebody said to me, if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes because it will change and you will get all 4 seasons in one day. And boy, is that true when it comes to living down there in the Texas Panhandle. Here, I mean, we're finally getting winter. It's hard to complain. We've had such a mild winter. You know, we got a little bit of cold, but it hasn't even been that cold. So I like the snow as long as we don't get all this other stuff that goes with it. The heavy stuff, the wet stuff I can do without.
I'm past winter. I'm ready. Get me out of this. But the one thing the winter is good for is a great time to watch a hockey game because it's tough to do a whole lot else. And it certainly is a nice thing that you look forward to amidst the cold is all the hockey.
You know, Art and I just talked this morning and I said, man, I love coaching hockey and that means winter time. I said, but I certainly wouldn't be heartbroken if I coached in a warmer climate.
Yeah.
San Diego, Phoenix, somewhere in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've always joked with my wife. We went to Hawaii for our honeymoon, and I was like, I'm going to start a hockey program in Kauai, and we'll just move there, and you know, we'll teach the locals how to play hockey, and she would do that in heartbeat. But I think you need that little piece of that called ice.
Yes.
And there's not much of that out there.
Not a whole lot. You might have to bring a lot of technology with you as well. I guarantee you would get no shortage of suitors who would fly in though and want to play there. That'd be a destination spot.
I think maybe we should have a summer camp there.
Here we go. Lincoln Stars main camp live from Honolulu.
I don't know if the overhead would make it worth it, but it sure would be a great trip.
It would be good memories. That's for sure. Well, we'd love to have you be part of the show here tonight on Outside the Box. Give us a call, our preferred method, at 402-464-5685. You can text that same number, 402-464-5685, to get your questions in. And should be a lot of questions because this is a big week coming up for the Stars. This is the third of 4 times this season. We've got a 3-game weekend, and this is always something that's difficult to manage in a lot of ways, where we talk about, I don't know if there's any sport that's meant to be played 3 consecutive days in a row, besides, I guess, baseball, but hockey 3 days in a row, let alone 2 days in a row, is a lot, isn't it, Rocky?
It's a lot. It's a lot. And obviously we're on the road Thursday. We're on the road again Friday. And it's challenging. You know, the guys that have to try to recoup quickly and recover, get the ice baths, get the things they need to be ready to play again the following day. And the rest is not easy, especially, you know, we played 7 in Omaha. We're home at about 11. We're back on the bus at roughly 11:30 or noon the next day. It's hard for everybody. So, but it's on schedule. It's part of the deal. We know it. You know, we're after this weekend, we'll only have one more 3-3, but you know, you look at that first round playoff schedule, and that's a 3-3. You know, now fortunately they've switched that second round to a 5-game set, but you know, we've done that in the playoffs a couple times too. So you have to be prepared for it. It's not my preferred method of a playoffs setup, but it is what it is at this time. But certainly our preference would be to just play 1 or 2 at a time.
Like we've said it before, getting uncomfortable to get more comfortable in those situations. Look like we got our first person joining us on the show. Harrison, we got a caller, or is it a text?
We got a text here from Nyla asking about how's Jan. Is he okay after Friday night's hit?
Just to preface for everyone, there was a big collision Friday night. Stars playing the Stampede. This was early second period, but it wasn't too far into the second when it happened. Big collision. Jan Shostak, Stars goaltender, came out of the net trying to play a puck. And really bad place, bad time for him. And what was it? Bryce Ingles, wasn't it, for Sioux Falls? Yeah, I guess, Rocky, we'll start with that then. I figured we'd get one of these questions.
No comment.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, if you watched that game, you saw the collision. You saw it with,
yes. And if you listen to my post-game interview, you got your answer already. And no offense to Nyla, we love our fans, but at this time of year, we're gonna keep our issues close to our vest, and you know, we will say that he had an upper body injury, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how far that helmet went. That was the thing that got me, is the collision. His helmet goes all the way from the near boards to in between the face-off circles. So.
Yeah, the helmet tends to pop off from time to time. So, you know, it certainly was an unnecessary collision, and you know, he was clearly getting to the puck first, and it is the obligation of the skater to avoid contact with the goaltender. I think the contact was initiated and as opposed to avoided, and that's why you got 3-game suspension.
Yeah, that was certainly a unique moment in that game, to say the least. But would love to have other questions from you. 402-464-5685. Let's talk about this past weekend. You got that win on Friday against Sioux Falls. Kind of a lot of what we've been seeing a lot during that winning streak was the hot starts, getting a lead after the first period. You guys haven't lost a game this season when you've had a lead after the first period, in regulation at least. Tell me about that one to start off the weekend. Got on, like we said, kind of a lot of what we've been seeing for the previous month and a half.
So you're a baseball guy.
I am.
And you call baseball games in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you talk about a no-hitter in the middle of a no-hitter?
Well, radio format, I think you have to, because you're obligated to. People disagree with me on this. I think you're obligated to inform someone of what's going on. TV, there are ways to safely allude to it. Plus, on TV, you can put the graphic up that says no hitter through X innings.
Yeah. Now that the streak is over, to me, it's kind of like when you're in the midst of it, yeah, you acknowledge it and whatever. And, it's just one of those things where you're not really, if you're talking about it all the time, it gives the bad vibes, I guess, is my feeling. And maybe I'm a little too superstitious, but now that we're done and we can allude to the conversation we had last week of appreciating what we were able to accomplish. And I told the guys that on Monday when we met for practice. I said, guys, you just, you now have the second longest winning streak in franchise history. And that is something really impressive. Is something that we should be proud of. And we didn't talk enough about it during the course of it happening, because I don't think that's not the focus. The focus is just doing things the right way. And when you're getting the results that you're getting, you appreciate that. But, I didn't think, quite honestly, that we played all that well on Friday. And it's hard for me to say that because we scored 8 goals, but we didn't play well. And ironically, when you look at Saturday, we had 52 shots on net. We had a very poor start, I think is fair, that bled into a poor first power play and put us in a bad spot at the end of the first period. But we played good hockey after that. The problem was the mistakes we made were kind of egregious mistakes that led to goals. And we didn't do enough to score goals like we generally do. But if I just put the analytics side by side from those 2 games, you would have thought we lost on Friday and won on Saturday. So, it is what it is. It happens. We had a bad game. We're entitled to a bad game after winning 12 in a row. Mm-hmm. Certainly not something that we want to make a habit. We all know that we have big goals here, but short memory, right? Short memory and moving on to this weekend. And we're excited about that.
It's something you talked about after that first game on last Friday. You said, we make some of these mistakes again tomorrow, it probably will cost us. Where it's I think any team in the league would say that stuff. When you can sometimes almost escape with a win some nights, you'll say, okay, we got the win, but this can't continue.
And I think you saw that on Saturday. We made some mistakes on Saturday, and I think on Friday, Jan bailed us out a couple times early on in that game, and he made a 10 bell save on Javon Moore in the first period. That was a big one, and then we had some timely scoring at the end of the period there at the end of the second, and all of a sudden we kind of had a firm grasp on the game, but it certainly wasn't our best 60-minute effort.
It's interesting you talk about that timely scoring. That's something we've seen a lot this year, kind of the spurt ability of this team, where I think back to that game in Dubuque. First period, everyone's still getting into their seats, and all of a sudden it's 3-0. This past week, it's a 1-goal game. About late in the second period, we scored 3 times over the final 3:05 of the period. It's amazing the way this team, when it's really rolling, it can just kind of sense that next goal, it feels like.
And that's where we've had so much success is we're not waiting to start. And if you recall to that stretch of games where we weren't playing well, the constant question was the slow start.
Yeah.
And us not getting our feet and our legs underneath us until the 8-minute mark, the 10-minute mark, the first media timeout before we were really going. And, that was something that we addressed. It was corrected. The guys take pride in it. And that was also, if you look at Saturday, we had a very poor start. We looked like we were kind of stuck in the mud a little bit and didn't really get the buzz going until after that first media timeout, which is uncharacteristic of the way we've played for the last 5 or 6 weeks, but it's going to happen. It happens to the best of teams. So it's certainly not something that we have any concern about, and we're looking forward to moving forward at this point.
Just to add to those points about the hot starts, 24-2-1 when scoring first, when leading after the first period, 25-0-1, no losses in 27 instances when leading after 2 periods. So heading into this weekend, the 3 games, we get Omaha again, kind of sandwiched around a rematch with Sioux Falls. It just feels like that's been the schedule the last 3 weeks, is Omaha and Sioux Falls right now, which we were happy to see Sioux Falls last weekend because it was, okay, we haven't seen them since October. Now you're probably happy to see them again, to get another look, I would think, after how last weekend went.
It's like we play them in October, then we don't play each other for months, and then we play each other 3 times in 6 days.
Yeah.
We hadn't played Omaha at all, and then all of a sudden it's like they're on our schedule every single weekend. So, in a perfect world, we would divvy this stuff up a little bit, give us an opportunity. We went through that heavy dose of Tri-City. It's like, okay, we need to book Lincoln and Tri-City games. Let's put them all in 3 weekends. We need to book Omaha and Lincoln games. Let's put them all in 3 weekends.
You're right.
and instead of kind of spreading them out and, and I understand that there's a lot that goes into it. So please don't think I'm criticizing anybody, but you have to fit those long trips in, and, going to Youngstown, going to Madison, going to Chicago, going to Fargo twice. Like I know that those all take priority, and then you fit in your conference games, but I sure would love to see a little bit more of a mix when it comes to the way these games fall.
You look back at that schedule in November. What was that, 3 or 4 weekends where we pretty much had road trips? I think we were staying somewhere. Yeah, into early December, too, because you had Fargo, you had Chicago, Waterloo. I mean, those were all weekends on the road. So we got a lot of that heavy road games out of the way early on. But
We have a long one to Fargo again coming up, and we have a trip to Madison.
That's
and
it.
I think those are our last 2 long trips in the regular season.
Yeah, so in a way, I guess it was scheduled around maybe cases like this in case the weather got nasty, looking at it. But even last year, we had games scheduled nearby, and those got moved around because of weather. So.
Yeah, we canceled one to Tri-City last year.
And Omaha, too.
And it was just, the bus company wouldn't take us. There was nothing I could do when they called me and say, we're not coming. I called the league, I remember last year, and they're like, well, can you find another bus? And I'm like, no. If this bus company doesn't want to drive, I don't want to drive. So,
right.
And I get it. They need the games to go. We want the games to go. The last thing we want to do is be in a position where you have to make up a game. But, we've been able to avoid that to this point, and optimistically, we're going to be able to continue to do that.
And you'll recall that game last January when Tri-City was able to make it kind of at the end of that storm. And I'll never forget that. First shot of warm-ups breaks the glass on a night where it's already below 0 degrees. And then that game gets delayed even more.
Yeah, that's just, when it rains, it pours, I guess.
Yeah, but looking forward to this weekend. Saturday is at home, and the Stars take on the Omaha Lancers. Really looking forward to that. We've got about 3,000 tickets already pre-sold. Would love to have another packed house this Saturday at 6:05.
Sell it out.
Absolutely. We've done it already. Let's do it again.
Sell it out. They're obviously fun games, and certainly an opportunity to see this team play in this building against that team up the road is exciting for our fans. And I also know that, there's a contingent of Omaha fans that are coming down here and supporting their team, just like a lot of our fans are going to Ralston Arena to support us when we go play there. I'm sure we'll have a great crowd there on Thursday.
Yeah, always fun when these two teams match up, and looking to add another win against the Lancers this season. 5-0 against Omaha. And I mentioned go at Omaha on Thursday and then hosting them Saturday. Tickets at LincolnStars.com. We should also mention, I know I've gotten a lot of questions from fans about this, which games we have on 93.7 The Ticket this Thursday and Saturday, or games you can hear right here on 93.7 The Ticket, the same way you're tuning in here tonight. So looking forward to those as well. Love to get your questions for head coach Rocky Russo. Actually, looks like we got one right now. 402-464-5685, the number.
Yeah, this one from Gino, going back to, you guys were talking about the winning streak that the Lincoln Stars had. To Rocky's point, and right out of one of the best baseball movies ever, Bull Durham, respect the streak, never, ever bleep with the winning streak. I'm not familiar with that movie. I've never seen it.
What?
You've never seen Bull Durham?
Oh,
when did that one come out?
Oh, that's an old movie.
Oh, it's one of the best. It is one of the best
It's an iconic
baseball movies that there are.
It's a big focus on minor league baseball. And
Okay.
The Durham Bulls.
Yeah.
The Durham Bulls. What a fantastic movie. Susan Sarandon and that entire cast. Like
Kevin Costner. Yeah.
that is one of the best baseball movies.
I gotta
would
put it on the list then.
Sit down and watch it. You'll enjoy
It's a
it.
good one. It's kind of goes through the less glamorous sides of
Okay.
baseball, the lower level.
Yeah, what we do here every day.
Yeah, right.
ride,
So, yeah.
ride the bus, and you know,
Oh,
it's
for love of the game, quite
Yes.
literally.
Yes.
So, is that your favorite Kevin Costner baseball movie? He's got two others I know of. For Love of the Game is one, and then Field of Dreams, of course, unless he's made more.
My preference would be Bull Durham
Durham?
over Field of Dreams, and Field of Dreams is a fantastic movie. Obviously, they're different, right?
Very different.
Bull Durham
Very
is more of a
different.
comedy, and I think that there's more of an emotional type of pull to Field of Dreams. They're both excellent movies, but if I'm gonna if one's gonna catch my eye while I'm flipping the channels and I'm gonna stop and watch it, it's gonna be Bull Durham. Yeah,
Very
but
different audiences.
neither one of them will ever match Major League, in my opinion.
Oh, that's a good point.
Major League is my favorite baseball movie.
That's a great movie. I haven't seen any of the sequels. I've heard they're not really.
Major
worth
League
it.
2 is good.
That one's good.
Major League 2 is good.
The third
Major
one, they
League
kind of get rid of the
3,
characters, right?
If you want to just laugh at really dumb stuff, then sure, it's good. But Major League, obviously, growing up in Youngstown, the whole Indian feel,
right
and
there.
but that cast of characters, and I mean, it was on last week, and I sat there, and my wife was sitting next to me, and I'm just line for line saying, and she's like, "Dude, watch the movie or act in it, whatever you want." But you know, I'm trying to do something.
It is one of those movies you can't help but
the
quote it.
one-liners in that movie are absolutely fantastic.
Oh, my favorite's the one Willie Mays Hayes is asleep. They move his bed outside, and he wakes up and goes, "Bleep!
They cut me already."
They cut me already. That's my favorite line for the movie. But
we're all out of towels. Now I'm too old to go diving into lockers.
that's just a great movie. Got another question here on the line. Go ahead, Harrison.
Yeah, unknown texter 1166. How well has the team been staying in the moment with the win streak? As long as it was, some teams would press. How were the guys handling the pressure that comes with adding to that streak? From Jay.
You know what? Like I said earlier, we didn't talk about it. You know, it wasn't at the forefront of what we were doing in our locker room. It wasn't, hey, you have to win tonight to keep the streak up. It was, hey guys, let's do things the right way so we can give ourselves an opportunity to win, so we can continue to gather points and try to put ourselves in the best position to win a Clark Cup. And in the meantime, we managed to win 12 games. And so that was never something that was discussed. Obviously, they knew what was going on, right? You see it on the standings. It gets talked about in the media, but it was never a situation that was a priority for us. They were sad, disappointed. We all were when we lost on Saturday, but it wasn't like, oh, we're bummed because we broke the streak. It was, we didn't play well and we didn't win a game, and that's not good enough and up to the standards of our team. And so that's what I love about this group is, you know, they're dialed in and they're in the moment. We talk about being where your feet are and not looking forward. And so I think that you know, they've got some fuel now of, hey, let's one ended, let's start another one, and they come one at a time. You know, we're not looking at it going, oh, we have X amount of games left, we can win all those. I told them we weren't going to win 31 games in a row, so we lost a game. Oh well, let's move on and let's go and try to win the next one.
The thing I noticed was so many of the returners talking about, boy, what a difference a year makes. You know, you think back to last November, then you look this year and how January and half of February went. It's a nice sign for these guys for growth, and it's a nice reward for that work.
Well, it's development, you know, and again, we were really young last year. I mean, you saw the 06s that we had on that team and a couple 07s, and, you know, we're much older this year. We don't have any 08s this year. We only have 3 07s. So we have an older, more mature, more experienced group this year, but a lot of those guys are the same guys that were the young guys last year that were getting their feet wet and learning the ropes. And now they're, you know, our veterans that are carrying the group.
Yeah. I'll bring up a question here real quickly before we go to break. Then I'm surprised we haven't gotten a question about this because it is around that time of the year, Rocky, with the trade deadline's a couple weeks away right now. When I look at this team right now, I don't see a whole lot of need to make any changes. Is that it feels like it was kind of like this a couple of years ago. You guys did make a couple of small tweaks, but how are you and General Manager Nick Fabrizio looking at the trade deadline this year, where, like we said, playing a lot of good hockey and just about every contributor has been a big reason why?
So there's two trade deadlines, actually. There's a USA Hockey trade deadline, which was February 6th. Obviously, we didn't do anything at that deadline. And then there's another one coming up that's a player for player plus assets, but you have to have a player going both ways to keep your protected list numbers the same. You can't increase or decrease the number of players that you have protected, because as far as USA Hockey is concerned, our rosters are frozen. We're allowed interleague trades up until that date. We love our team. We love our team. If something were to come up that we just certainly couldn't pass on, we would discuss it. He and I have had multiple conversations. I know how he feels. He knows how I feel. We believe in the group that we have right now, and I'll kind of leave it at that.
No reason not to. Yeah, I think that's something. I think that's probably why we haven't gotten questions. I guess I'm just thinking back to previous years where we were used to people saying, "Hey, what are we doing at the deadline this year?"
Well, I mean, I think it's natural that everybody feels the need to make a move at the deadline. Haven't we already done that?
Pretty much.
We brought Bruno in. We brought Hunter in.
Yeah.
Those are trade deadline moves. You go get a difference-making player. We brought two of them in.
Absolutely.
One at the end of December, one at the beginning of January. Those were deadline moves. And so do we need more? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe you add an eighth defenseman, but I think that we can do that through our affiliate list. We're allowed to add affiliate list players, and they can be unlimited affiliates as opposed to having to play X amount of games. So we have some guys that are in that situation that can come in and add some depth to what we're trying to do. But they also get the experience of the playoff run as they're continuing to develop and eventually become Lincoln Stars. But my gut is we've already made our trade deadline deals.
It'll be fun to see some of those affiliates come up, because we saw that really 2 years ago, especially. I think back to Jack McCarr, just the effect that had. One, he added a lot to the team down the stretch 2 seasons ago. Plus, he got to witness that conference run, and here we are 2 years later, and he's an alternate captain on this team.
Yeah, I mean, Tanner Ludke, did pre-post the first year, and certainly he had an unbelievable year his second year. In fact, so good that he played his way out of being back here for the following year. We've had guys get the opportunity to experience it. I think it's really valuable to be around the team, to practice with the team every day, knowing that, hey, if we need a guy in the lineup, we can throw him in. And but in all those years, maybe we weren't as deep as we are right now. And so, in the right circumstance, guys will get their opportunities for sure. We want those affiliates to get their opportunities, but they're also, they need to know that they're here for the experience and the opportunity for growth and to learn about what it's all about, so that they're prepared when they get here full time the following year.
Last question before we head to the break: who wins Thursday at Four Nations, USA or Canada?
I mean, USA. Come on.
I would think, especially if Quinn Hughes plays.
Well, the Bash brothers will be back.
Yeah.
So I don't think Quinn Hughes is going to play unless there's another injury on the decor, right?
You could probably find a way.
Well, but are they really going to find a way, though? If they wanted him that bad, they could have put him on the team.
It's true.
They chose not to put him on the team. So Charlie McAvoy is obviously not playing. That statement came out from the Bruins today.
Jake Sanderson might have a flu tomorrow, though.
Well, if Jake Sanderson happens to have a flu, then you're bringing in a pretty special defenseman. And when you really look at it, like that's a pretty high-end player to be left off that roster.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna armchair quarterback it, because they're doing a great job. But I mean, look at Canada. Do you think Tom Wilson would help that team right now?
That's something everyone was bringing up after Saturday's game. Was, boy, they could have used Wilson going up against Matthew Tkachuk to start the game.
Well, that it's not even that to me. Like, okay, one fight, big deal. That doesn't matter.
For the rest
to me, it's the physicality that he brings. By the way, he plays bumper on one of the best power plays in the league. He's, I think, don't quote me, maybe third in the league in power play goals. Like he is a very good hockey player, and
Absolutely.
It gets overlooked because of his reputation. And I mean, he plays really hard. And I think when you're playing against the team that the US has and the way they're built, you need some more physicality. And obviously their high end with the Canadian team is high end. but there's not a lot of physicality with that group. And so that's why I believe that we can almost match the high end. There's no McKinnon and there's no Crosby, and I know that, and there's no McDavid, but what there is a lot of guys that are bought into playing for their country. This is an exhibition. These guys are like willing to give up their lives for an exhibition.
I
Like,
love it.
I love it
I love
so much because the passion that they're playing with and the compete that they're playing with and the pride that they're playing with. And it's really, really fun to see.
Yeah. We're not going to be able to watch that game because we'll be busy in Omaha that night.
We are not. Look at Dylan Larkin. Dylan Larkin's the one that's third in the league in power play goals. So I apologize for that. He is third in the league in power play goals. The National Hockey League. He can't get on the power play. So you know what? Winner. Is he complaining? No. He's going out. He's playing his role because he wants to represent his country. And so I think it'll be an awesome game. It's not a Buckeye game, so I'm not gonna record it and try to hide from the score. But it'll be fun to watch. I'll go back and watch it again because I think it'll be a great game.
It'll be interesting to see how Canada does in net with Bennington because that's the big question. I mean, gave up that soft goal on Saturday on Gensel's first goal. So we'll see. I mean, he's gonna have to really prove a lot of people wrong. But I don't know. I'm feeling USA too.
I heard an obscure stat today.
Which was that?
Teams that have been in the home locker room for the entirety of the tournament are 0-6.
Whoa!
And the U.S. is in the home locker room on Thursday.
Wow! So wait, Canada wasn't. They played 2 games in Montreal. Canada did. So they were not in the home locker room for the game that they beat Sweden in overtime.
Apparently not.
Wow. That's a cool stat. You know how I am. I love that kind of stuff.
Figured you might appreciate that.
That's a good one. I love that. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to have more to come here as we chat Lincoln Stars hockey on Outside the Box at 93.7 The Ticket.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela. They let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
Husker Nation, it's your last chance to see Nebraska women's hoops in Pinnacle Bank Arena before they head to the Big Ten tournament. Head down to Pinnacle Bank Arena on Sunday, February 23rd at 2 p.m. to watch the Husker women's basketball team compete against Washington. It's senior night, so help them thank the seniors by creating a loud and proud sea of red in the stands. Get your tickets today for as low as $10. Head to huskers.com/tickets to secure your seats today.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through February 23rd, enjoy all-natural boneless chicken breast for $2.98 per pound. 8-ounce USDA Choice Bacon Wrap Sirloin Filet for $4.99 each. Pepsi, Coke, or 7-Up Mix and Match $3.99 each when you buy 3. And Busch Light 30 racks just $16.99 when you buy more than $6 in fresh meat. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays. Games of bowling, shoe rental, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break.
Line of the night
On the group chat.
If that was the draw, says Jake, I'd throw a pizza at the window.
What is that?
What does that mean?
And what night text back right away? What does it?
It means
Well,
exactly what it said.
laughing emoji.
Yes.
I have no clue what that means. What Coach Bush
With
said.
Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. It's time for Outside the Box with Lincoln Stars head coach Rocky Russo and Lincoln Stars broadcaster Joel Norman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back again here on Outside the Box on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Joel Norman as we chat Lincoln Stars hockey. 3 games on tap for the Stars here this weekend. On the road on Thursday and Friday as the weekend action gets a little bit of an earlier start than usual. The game at Omaha on Thursday night, 7:05, at Sioux Falls on Friday at 7:05, and then hosting Omaha on Saturday night at 6 o'clock at the Icebox. Tickets for that game available now at LincolnStars.com. We have already sold over 3,000 tickets for that game, and you heard Coach Russo say it a moment ago, let's sell it out again. Last time Omaha was here, we were sold out back in that home game on February 7th. Stars won 6-1, so hey, why not do it again? Joining me now to my right as we continue with Outside the Box, Kate Kohansky and Etienne Lassard of your Lincoln Stars. And guys, the crowds lately, the 3 largest crowds of the season have come over our last 3 home games. How fun has it been playing at the Icebox over the course of this last month? I'll start with you, Cade.
Oh, it's been crazy. It's probably some of the craziest games I've played in my life. Like, just packed, and the fans are going rowdy, and it's just awesome to play in front of. So,
and Leslie, I would imagine that really fires you guys up when you come out on the ice that first time and you hear a good roar from the crowd.
Oh yeah, it's great. I mean, you get on the ice and starting lineup, the Stars coming down the fence, banging on the glass. It's awesome. So
you guys
love that.
We've played it at several other places in this league this year. Do you think anyone has a home ice advantage like you guys do?
I don't think so. No,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, we have like a special barn. Like glasses are weird, bounces are weird everywhere. So like I think nobody's ready for that.
I'm glad you bring that up because that's one of those unique things with hockey where I think you kind of, if you know, you know. about the bounces of certain rinks. And I think I'm so conditioned with the ice box where I see the puck ricochet off a one corner board on the north end of the arena where, oh, hey, that's the Zamboni door, or hey, that's the door the Stars come on the ice. I'm not surprised anymore when it bounces back right in front of the net. For you guys, is that something like, again, both of you first-year Stars, that take you a couple of games to be like, okay, that's the puck is not going to make a whole lot of sense with where it ricochets off of that end wall?
I mean, yeah, you start to figure it out after a while. After you see it so much in practice and games and stuff, it's.
You guys ever be tempted to do like a set play off of the boards because of those funky caroms, ETN?
It's always tricky because it's never the same. Like once he'll do it, and then the time after it won't. And especially like it's not very like in the offense. It's more in the D zone, like the Zamboni door. If you rim it, it's gonna come back in front of your net, so it's not where you want the puck to go. So.
We had a couple of games. You guys remember? I think it was when Muskegon was here. A couple of times the puck was a little high over the crossbar on a shot. Hits off the glass. And there was the one time it came right back over the crossbar in
we
front.
Had a goal on that.
Yeah, we had that. Or it was a carom behind the net. Goaltender goes back to play, and it's like, oh, shoot, it went the other way. It's just like, it is a wild thing. And I really think it's especially that north part of the arena, too. Yeah. And I guess for us, it's tough because we only attacked there once, right? Yeah. But either way, 3 games coming up this week, guys. And this is going to be fun because 2 more with the Lancers, which you know the fans always love those. You get a bit of a redemption opportunity with Sioux Falls. Split the series with them last weekend. We knew it was going to be a test. Battle the top 2 teams in the Western Conference. Are both of you excited to be seeing Sioux Falls again this week? Kind of get that opportunity of, okay, we saw them twice last weekend. Not the end result we wanted, and I'm kind of hungry to get them again. I'll start with you, Cade.
I think so. I think they're a really fast team, and like compared to what we've been playing against recently, they're a pretty good team. So it gets us ready for playoffs and just gets us up to speed, and we can figure things out from there. So,
what about you, Leslie?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be different on Friday for sure. They have their starting goalie back, so it's going to be a different game for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was the biggest challenge? You brought up the speed, Cade. What were some other things you saw from Sioux Falls that maybe was different from other opponents over the last month and a half?
They just have like a very, like I said, fast team and pretty skilled. They like to play like up and down the ice, so it's a little different than what we try to play. So we kind of have to adapt to it. I'd say that's the biggest thing.
Biggest thing you thought changed from Friday to Saturday, ETN? What'd you think? Because Friday, the 8-3 win, Rocky talked afterwards, said, okay, there's still some things we kind of need to fix in this one. Outshoot them on Saturday. A lot of stuff went your way, just not the result.
Yeah, I mean, very bad start. I think after the first period, we had something like 6 shots. So that's the difference. On Friday, we started hard, but Saturday, we didn't. So I think that didn't help us.
Over the course of that 12-game winning streak, you guys, it seemed like the story every night was we're going to score first. We're going to score early, really early a lot of those times, and we're going to find a way to get the early lead to hang on and win. Cade, I'll talk to you about that. Was that something maybe in the middle of the season you guys addressed, saying, hey, we've got to get off to better starts in games?
I mean, we always try to get off to the best start we can, but I think it kind of just naturally happened, just the way we've been playing and just sticking to the way we play and playing the right way. And I think the goals were just kept coming. So,
and Leslie, for you, were there any adjustments you guys made in particular you think led to those hotter starts? Was it a couple more Red Bulls before a game or something?
I don't think so, but just be ready when the puck drops. I think last game at home before Christmas, we got scored on like 7 seconds into the game or something like that, and that's not good. So that was kind of a wake up call to start the games right.
Looking to have you be part of the show if you're listening right now, 402-464-5685. And looks like we have a question right now, Harrison.
Yeah, we'll answer this one before we go to our next break here. Another one from Nyla. Whom on the team do you think will be the next to drop the gloves?
Wow. How about that? We haven't had a scrap in a little bit here. I'm thinking Griffins a couple games ago in Omaha, but none last weekend. I mean, well, none truly squaring up. We'll put it that way. After the collision with Jan, there was plenty of action, but all right, I'll start with you then, Cade. What do you think for that? You can say yourself if you want.
I don't think so. You never know, but I would say Sandy's due for one.
He's very due. I think the fans would like that too.
I'm sure they would. Yeah.
What about you, Leslie?
Yeah, Sandy or Younger. Younger's good.
Younger can throw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When he gets going, he can throw them. I think it was last year he got in a scrap, and he got another one this year. He gets going. He can lay some haymakers.
Yeah.
So, we'll see if that happens at all. Omaha this weekend twice. You never know. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up. It's Outside the Box. You're on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through February 23rd, enjoy all-natural boneless chicken breast for $2.98 per pound, 8-ounce USDA Choice Bacon Wrap Sirloin Filet for $4.99 each, Pepsi, Coke, or 7-Up Mix and Match $3.99 each when you buy 3, and Busch Light 30 racks just $16.99 when you buy more than $6 in fresh meat. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Attention all wing fans! Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today at 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of snow showers throughout the day. It'll be breezy and cold with a high of 0. Tonight, a chance of snow showers, otherwise cloudy and cold, a low of -7. Tomorrow, a few flurries possible, otherwise decreasing clouds, continued cold temps, a high of 4 above. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hutt for 93.7 The Ticket, and theticketfm.com.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
It's time for Outside the Box with Lincoln Stars head coach Rocky Russo and Lincoln Stars broadcaster Joel Norman on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back one last time here on Outside the Box on 93.7 The Ticket as we chat Lincoln Stars hockey. I'm Joel Norman, joined by Stars defenseman Etienne Lassard and Stars forward Cade Kohansky. We were just talking about it off air. And if you're in the hockey world, of course you're talking about it. Four Nations face-off final on this Thursday. We're going to be busy, guys, so we are not going to know the result of that likely until after our conclusion of the game against Omaha. But this is unique that I chose a Canadian and American to come in today as we talk about this to wrap up the show. I think I know who you guys will pick, but give me your picks for Thursday's championship game between the U.S. and Canada. We'll start with our Canadian, Etienne.
Canada.
Tell me why. Why are they going to win Thursday?
Because when you have a team with Crosby, McKinnon, McDavid, they're not losing twice in a row against a team. I can guarantee you that.
Ooh. What do you think, Cade?
I mean, I was actually born in Canada, so.
Oh, were you?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
I was born in Ontario.
I screwed this all up then. I needed an American.
I'm an American citizen, but Canadian at heart.
Okay.
So
you're conflicted.
I
then, aren't
don't
you?
really know, honestly. It's going to be a good game for sure, but I think USA will pull it off. They got to.
I think the U.S.'s depth is better.
Yeah.
I think the star power is far superior on Canada.
Yeah.
But the depth of the USA, 4 lines, like the Lincoln Stars, they roll 4 lines and 3 defensive pairs. So I think I'm leaning a little bit toward Team USA, but I think anyone would say they wouldn't be shocked either way.
Yeah.
However it ends up. But give me your tournament MVP pick then if Canada wins, Etienne.
We didn't really have the chance to watch a lot of games. Like, we were playing while they were playing, but watching highlights and everything, it's got to be Sidney Crosby.
I was going to say.
He's everywhere. Like, he's Captain Canada for a reason.
I love that empty net goal yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Blows a guy up at center ice, turns and flings the puck into your own net. Like,
yeah. And that
if
shows.
Sidney Crosby's getting physical, you're in trouble.
That shows, like, the character of the guy. And he wants to win even though it's an exhibition tournament.
Absolutely. Kate, if the U.S. wins, who's going to be their MVP of the tournament, you think?
That's a good question.
One of the Kachuk brothers, maybe?
Yeah.
I was going to say Brady's kind of had, I think a lot of people knew about Matthew Kachuk already in the hockey. A lot of people know about Brady, but he hasn't had a lot of playoff opportunities like Matthew. So I'm going to say he gets a goal in that game Thursday, and he would be my pick.
They've been lighting it up, yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be a lot of fun. I think it's been great for the sport. This is something we kind of needed at a time in the year where post-Super Bowl, the calendar's lacking a little bit for sports really until March Madness. So this has been a nice breath of fresh air. But like we mentioned, looking forward to the 3 games for the Stars this weekend. We hope to see you on Saturday night when Lincoln hosts Omaha at 6:05. Do you guys have a favorite moment from the rivalry with Omaha this season? The games haven't been super close, but has there been a moment maybe that stood out? Maybe one of those packed house crowds? Start with you, Cade.
I would say the first game playing Omaha at home, like after break here, just packed house. I got to start, and it was just like the craziest feeling going skating out, and all the fans were screaming. So
that New Year's Eve one with 70 shots on net for us, that was a fun one. That was definitely memorable.
That one was sweet.
Enough to convince Mikhail Yegorov maybe I should go to college. So we could always say the Lincoln Stars force that. What about you, Leslie? Do you have a favorite game against the Lancers so far?
Probably the one last Friday at home, or was it 2 weeks ago? Something like that.
Yeah, 2 Fridays ago.
The sold out crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, it was incredible.
There was an energy that night. It was really cool, and it was a nice push I feel like we needed heading into the stretch run here. Yeah. But, well, guys, thank you for joining us. Big weekend. Looking forward to getting all 6 points. Good luck this weekend, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
That's Etienne Lassard and Cade Kohansky. I'm Joel Norman. And as we mentioned, the Lincoln Stars, 2 games on the road this weekend, home on Saturday. You can listen to Thursday and Saturday's games right here on 93.7 The Ticket. And as mentioned, I'm Joel Norman. This has been Outside the Box.